We've been looking at what has been happening at the AI summit, and you can see, viewers, on your screens right now the ruckus that took place, the protest that took place, the Youth Congress protest at the summit in Delhi. Indian Youth Congress workers who tore their shirts, raised slogans against the Prime Minister and against the India-US trade deal. And as my colleague was discussing, we are looking at whether the question is whether they had registered themselves properly and how exactly they had been able to enter the conference premises. My colleague Rahul Gautam is also tracking these developments, and he'll be back on the line with us very, very shortly. But viewers, on your screens right now are the visuals of the protest that happened at the Bharat Mandapam. A group of Indian Youth Congress workers tore their shirts, were holding t-shirts with slogans against the Indo-US trade deal. They also have raised slogans against Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and they have tried to disrupt the AI Impact Summit. And the visuals right now, viewers, on your screen. Now remember, the Congress has been talking about the Indo-US trade deal and the issues. Rahul Gandhi had also raised this concern in the parliament. We've also seen several Congress leaders talking about it. But today we've seen this kind of disruption at the AI Impact Summit, where they are raising slogans, where they're talking about the trade deal, where they're holding up t-shirts with visuals, where they're with protest visuals on it, the protest slogans on it. As you just saw, the protest at the Bharat Mandapam by the Indian Youth Congress workers. Now, what they are claiming is that the Prime Minister has compromised India's financial economic security by the Indo-US trade deal. Remember, this is something that the Congress leadership had also been talking about. They have been questioning the economic value of the Indo-US trade deal. The Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi had also raised issues regarding the impact of the trade deal on farmers as well as the small businesses in India. Opposition has been questioning why the trade deal is structured the way it is. Rahul Gandhi had, of course, also said that why is it that the Prime Minister agreed to a deal where India has given so much and appears to get so little? Why was India's energy security, farmers and small businesses sacrificed? And remember, this is exactly the slogans that these protesters are also raising at the Bharat Mandapam, which is going on, which is hosting the AI Summit 2026. Now remember, this is also a question of how India is being portrayed to the larger world. Today is the last day of the summit itself. The AI Impact Summit is on the 5th and penultimate day today. Remember, viewers, we've got dozens of people from across the world. We've got world leaders coming in. We've got business leaders coming in. And this, on its last day, when this kind of protest is done at the Bharat Mandapam, the question can also be asked, what kind of messaging are we doing? But at the same time, it can also be said that this is the best place for the protesters to raise their concerns, because come what may, viewers will be looking at it, the media will be looking at it, and the world will be looking at what is happening at the India AI Summit. Rahul Gautam is joining me on this story. Rahul, this kind of protest at the Bharat Mandapam, is it really the appropriate forum to raise such issues?
Well, for answer to this question, we have to wait for an official statement from Indian Youth Congress or from Congress Party itself. But I can tell our viewers that there was no prior information about this particular protest. It was only first staged. Then the entire act was recorded and then it was shared with media persons. We have to understand that these Congress workers. How they really got access into this coveted AI summit, that's now part of police investigation. But it's apparently very clear now that they wanted to create a media glare. They wanted to raise their point or their allegations, as I can say, that this AI summit is nothing but a PR stunt on the part of the BJP government. It has become a mere photo opportunity. This is in a medium to trade off Indian data. All these are allegations that Congress Party have been leveling against incumbent government for past many days now. If you go on the timeline of Rahul Gandhi, in fact, he also put out a tweet saying that the entire summit is compromised and how Indian data is being traded off. So from very beginning, the Congress has been very critical of this particular AI summit, and that in same context now this boisterous protest has been staged by youth Congress workers. We have to really wait and watch that how Congress will now be responding to the situation. But one thing is very clear, that all these workers have already been detained. They have already been taken away, in buses by Delhi police officials. When they started the ruckus, or if you see that particular video, at that point of time, many were not, aware that what's really transpiring and what is really unfolding. It was only after they started chanting slogans, they started flashing their T-shirts, then only people realized that these are members of a political party, that's Congress Party, and expect that this is going to become a major flashpoint, because turning AI summit into a battleground.
Rahul, stay on with me for a moment. We're being joined by Nalin Koli of the BJP on the phone line. Nalin Koli, a protest at the AI summit, the youth Congress workers saying that these are concerns being raised by the Youth Congress, that the AI summit is a PR exercise, that the Prime Minister, by the Indo-US trade deal, has surrendered the rights of farmers, of small businesses, that Indian data is being sent abroad, and there are questions being raised at the AI summit by these group of protesters. Nalin Koli.
Shocking, condemnable. This kind of a lumpen or fringe element protest by the Congress Party or the Youth Congress's workers confirms a concern that is there in the country, that shaming and damning India and her interests seems to be now a deliberate strategy of the Congress leadership and their members. Is this what you do when you have heads of government coming here? The French president here? The best minds from the best companies globally working on AI? Where the Prime Minister is calling for India and all other countries to collaborate on this important issue? Is this appropriate? Is this proportionate? And why should it not be believed that it enjoys the sanction of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge or Mr. Rahul Gandhi or someone else from the Nehru Gandhi family? Because this kind of shaming down India and India's achievements before a foreign audience is what I call a lumpen or fringe element type of protest, is beyond comparison. And is this now the deliberate strategy of the Congress Party? To shame
Nalin Koli,
India
my
and India's
question to you
achievements?
is that if somebody is holding up a T-shirt with a slogan at a public event, which is something that protesters are, of course, protesters try and get the most eyeballs and try and get attention to whatever it is that they're protesting against. Is that, according to you, something that shames the image of India, or is that an appropriate place to raise the concerns that are being raised?
Well, certainly it's not about ailing democracy, because what will be irrelevant is going to be the proportion and the timing and the venue. I mean, this is not an event on the trade deal. This has nothing to do with agriculture. This is about AI and AI's uses. This is about who's attending it. And therefore, if you decide to strip down and become bare-bodied in the name of a protest, I think the shaming is of the Congress Party, not of India. But the attempt to shaming India and India's achievements is by the Congress Party.
All right, thank you very much for that. Nalin Koli of the BJP saying that this kind of protest is shaming India and should not have been done.